Have you looked at your street lamps lately? Date: April 16, 2019. I noticed them 6 months ago when I was walking home from a friend's place. I was enjoying a nice fall evening, looking at the different colored leaves, shining bright due to the ember tone street lamp light. My neighborhood has huge trees that create a tunnel effect on the streets. I looked up at the branches from opposite trees connecting, and then I noticed it. Blinking red coming from the top of one of the street lamps. As I passed another one, I saw it also had a red blinking light. Odd, I thought. How long have they been there? I continued walking home and looked at each street lamp. Every single one had this blinking light on the top of it. Maybe it was because I saw the red lights, but I felt like I was being watched. I started walking faster. When I got home, I told my boyfriend, Mark, about them. You know, if I was a paranoid person, I would have been really freaked out. He got up and looked out of our living room window. Oh yeah, there's one right there. We live in the top apartment of a duplex, and there just happens to be a street lamp in front of our window. I moved next to Mark by the window. What do you think they do? He asked. No idea. Well, I hope they're not cameras, because that one, he pointed at the one in front of our home, has a clear view of us. We decided to close the drapes. I had forgotten all about the lights by the next morning. It was a few months later when I noticed them again. I was walking my dog. It was the middle of the day. I didn't see the light very well, but I was able to see a black box posted on top of the lamp. I looked around, and sure enough, every street lamp had it. It is kind of weird, having all these boxes on top of the lamps. What the hell are they used for? Maybe some sort of solar power? Yeah, that makes sense. The feeling of someone watching me came back. Get a grip, Lily. I tried to shake it off, but it wasn't working. When we got home, I took a look out of the living room window and saw the box. I kept looking at it, and I began hearing buzzing, like the way an electrical box can sound. I fell into a trance, just staring at this box. The buzzing sound became a feeling, and I felt the buzz fill my body. It didn't feel good, but I didn't want it to stop either. My phone rang, and I shook out of it. I didn't tell anyone about I guess you can call it an episode, because it sounded ridiculous. I dismissed it, saying I was probably really tired that day, and I just zoned out. About a week after that, it became almost a daily ritual. I come home, either from work or walk, and I felt this need to look out of the window and look at the blinking light. I lose a couple hours every time. It doesn't feel like I've lost time. It's only when I look at my phone or the clock do I realize I had been standing in my living room for a ridiculous amount of time. My skin feels funny afterwards. I can't really explain it, but it feels looser than usual, if that makes any sense. And my mind is clearer. I don't have a bunch of thoughts running around. In a messed up kind of way, I feel better than I did before the trance, but disturbed at the same time. I decided to go online and see if anyone was experiencing what I was experiencing. I found nothing. That's why I decided to post here, on Nosleep. I'm going down to City Hall tomorrow to look at the work permits for the boxes, and maybe find out who is behind these things. Or better, what they are. I'll keep you posted. Until then, take a look at your street lamps. Do you see the red blinking dot too? Have you lost hours at a time, like me, looking at it? Let me know, and maybe we can figure this out together. This is a multiple-part story. Currently, there are 4 parts written. I will do my best to upload them frequently. Whenever the final part is written, I will upload that as well. So stay tuned, and be spooky. If you're having a pleasant experience, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It'll help me to grow and reach a larger audience. Thank you.